After millions of cases and more than 270,000 deaths, the first vaccinations for COVID-19 in the US could be just weeks away. It's been the holy grail for scientists in 2020, developing a safe vaccine that will eventually bring about the end of social distancing, wearing masks, and tragic loss of life. How quickly that happens, though, depends on how quickly doses get to individual states, which will then be in charge of their own programs. And even keeping track of the situation in each state could be a challenge.
At the federal level, there's a big need to look across the US and figure out what's really happening in that national level. And that's where we don't have a method today that's actually able to, that CDC can look at a glance and see where vaccines are being administered on a real-time basis.
Pfizer and BioNTech's vaccine could get emergency approval from the US Food and Drug Administration by mid-December, but other candidates aren't far behind. Moderna applied to the FDA this week, and AstraZeneca is expected to do so soon as well. The vaccines all need to be stored at different temperatures, with Pfizer's requiring negative 70 degrees Celsius, nearly negative 100 degrees Fahrenheit, complicating distribution efforts.
One of the things that I was concerned about, still am concerned about with the Pfizer vaccine and the minus 94 degree Fahrenheit storage requirement is that once you take it out of that cold storage, you have a very limited amount of time in which to get it into the arm of a patient.
So providers in rural areas could struggle to use that particular vaccine, especially if they can't afford special freezers costing tens of thousands of dollars. AstraZeneca's vaccine, in contrast, can be kept in a normal refrigerator for 6 months, meaning it could be easier and cheaper to work with if it gets approval. In the short term, an independent advisory panel has recommended that frontline healthcare workers and residents of nursing homes should be at the front of the line for the first approved vaccine doses. Giles Gibson for CGTN in Washington.